Hello, 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 hello. It's been a while, Change fam. It has been quite a while. Um, I guess I should start with introductions just in case this is your first time with me. You don't know who this lady is on your screen. Um, I want to welcome you to the first 2022 episode of Change Talk Live. So it's been a little bit since we were here, maybe 6, 7 months ago. November was the last time we had a broadcast. So if you are a returning member of the Change fam, welcome back. I do want to take a minute and just welcome the LinkedIn fam because we're broadcasting now. On the LinkedIn platform, which is a new addition. So if you happen to be joining me from LinkedIn, welcome. The way this works is I come on, I give about 30 minutes of commentary on a number of things. And whatever questions or comments you have, you can drop them right into the chat. And I try to respond to them in real time and give out some good tips, some good information, all that kind of stuff. So I'm Dr. J. I'm the founder and CEO at Awakening Change Counseling Services. I'll say headquartered in Marlton, New Jersey, because we are now a completely virtual practice. So that's one thing that's changed. We did make the transition officially to virtual as of December of last year. So we are an all virtual practice. We were doing Change Talk every week, every Thursday. Obviously, today is not Thursday. One of the things that we're going to be switching up is we're going to only be doing this twice a month. And I think the Tuesday spot just fits a little bit better um, in my schedule, at least. You guys can let me know if this spot is good for you. Um, let's see. We're not on Instagram, just we're using the StreamYard platform, and the StreamYard platform is not connected to Instagram. And so it was better for the quality of our videos that we just kind of concentrated to what we could do here, just so that we could kind of keep everything together. And let's be honest, there's less to mess up. If everything is all in one place, it makes it a little bit easier to follow along with your questions and your comments and all that stuff in real time because of just the way this platform is set up. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the new format and the newness that we have going on here. I want to start and pretty much have today to be the focus, be focused on, I'm sorry, what changes have taken place since I saw you last. So it was November of last year. I can't believe it's been that long since we were together in this space. But there's a lot that's been happening. So we had the holidays, December. I took some time off to practice the self-care that I talk about so very often, um, and just kind of regroup and get some clarity on where I wanted the practice to move and how I could deepen my own personal self care practice. And then in January, I had the opportunity to connect with some phenomenal ladies in Phoenix, Arizona. If you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, then you saw the workshop that I presented for the Attitudes Conference in Phoenix, Arizona. If you didn't, it's actually the last thing I posted. So it's the January posting with just some pictures and some highlights, and you can view the whole presentation there. Attitudes is a mental health conference specifically for Black women that was sponsored by Rowisha Banks and her organization, Social Roots LLC. Hospitality was amazing. Food was phenomenal. The people were. It was almost like I had known these ladies for forever. It was just weird. We just kind of gelled, and we had never met each other before. Um, it was a great time. It was a beautiful setting, so empowering, so many phenomenal speakers, of which I was honored to be in the lineup. It was a really great time. So I would encourage you to go back on the channel and watch that full address and just check out some of the pictures from that. And if you happen to be joining us from the Arizona area, I would strongly encourage you to link up with Roisha and all of the great work that she's doing in Southern Arizona, I believe it is. So that was my January. We had planned to offer a workshop on, I think it was called the Whole You, New Year Whole You. And we had some technical difficulties with bringing that to you guys, but we're working on it. We're trying to revamp. I would actually like to have it as a live interactive event, now that it seems like things are kind of getting back to the normal that we're used to. So kind of keep your eyes and ears open for that. The best way to know of anything that we're doing, anything that's coming up, is to go to the website. It's actually scrolling down the bottom of the screen right now, www.awakeningchange.org. Go there, sign up for our newsletter, and that will keep you up to date on all things Change Fam. Let you know when there's going to be events. I'll let you know where I'll be if I have speaking engagements, so that you guys can come out and hang out with me. It's also a place for you to learn more about me if this is your first experience with me, and you want to know a little bit more about me, about the practice, about what we do. All of that can be found on the website, www.awakeningchange.org. Um, what else did we have going on? Well, in February, I hired a VA. So anyone who knows me knows that I talk a lot about working smarter, not harder, and practicing good, comprehensive, and consistent self care. It is not enough to have a self care Sunday, because you are exposed to stressors and life stuff 7 days a week. So just taking a self-care Sunday is not really the approach. One of the things that I had to really come to terms with in my time away in December was that I had a lot that I wanted to do, but there's only one of me, and there's only so many hours in the day. So something had to give somewhere, right? And um, I really have a passion for the work that I do with my clients, and also with my consulting clients, and with speaking and things like that. But I needed someone to help. And so we brought on an amazing, I call her my executive assistant. Kayla joined the team officially in February, and has been really helping me to balance all of the facets of everything that's kind of on my heart to do, which is part of the reason why we're having this conversation tonight, right? As the practice started to grow, there were some things that I couldn't be as intimately connected to, and so it was time to grow. And thankfully, I had the good sense, I'll say, to know that it was time. And was it difficult? Yes. Um, Relinquishing some of those responsibilities and having someone else to help with that was a little difficult, but that's the sign of true strength, is being able to ask for help when you need it. And I'm so glad that I did. Since she's been on board, she's helped tremendously. She's also helped Miss Cook, who's our other therapist in the practice, to just get some things organized, and things are going so well. So I'm grateful for that. Um, and so, because of all of that changing, and I'll say acceptance, really is what it is. We're going to be back in this format. Like I said earlier, it's not necessarily going to be every single week, because, again, I know my limits, and I know that that was a little bit taxing. But there were quite a few folks who were a little upset with me, more than a little upset with me, that we hadn't come back in January. I'm seeing some stuff pop up. Hello, mother. Um, let's see. Laquita, hello. So Another thing that I did while I was away from you guys is I've been um, meeting and connecting with some really phenomenal people. Laquita Monley is one such person, and I had the opportunity to join her on her podcast. There were a couple others that I did, and of course, the names are falling out of my head right now. I will make sure to put all of those links to those appearances and things um, somewhere, either here or on our next newsletter. If you follow me or connected to me on LinkedIn or Facebook on our Awakening Change group, then you already have gotten some of these notifications. You've seen when I've been in different places. But I'm trying to get more consistent with promoting when I'm going to be doing things. One of the things that I realized is that there's a lot that I like to do that would probably be easier if I said that I like to do it and told people about it. And, again, that asking for help, that reaching out, that not feeling like you have to carry all of that on your own. So I'm excited about, we'll call it season 2 of Change Talk and where everything is going to be going. I'm still going to have guests on from time to time. I'm still going to be presenting about all of those topics that I am passionate about, that I could talk on end about: behavioral health, self care, emotional intelligence, um, transformational leadership, cultural humility, all of those things that if you spend any amount of time talking to me or following my page, that I like to dig into. Um, so I want to, if anybody here, because I see there's a couple of you, but um, only a small percentage of folks are talking to me. Now, I have to tell y'all, I like it when people talk to me. This is supposed to be interactive, and I want you to jump in, say hi, ask your questions, all of the things, all of the things. So I'm going to open it up right now before I go any further with my rantings. And I'm going to encourage you to drop any questions or comments in the chat from wherever you're watching. I think right now we're streaming on LinkedIn, on the YouTube channel, and on Facebook. So drop your questions in. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm good. Actually, I'm better than good. I'm finally feel like I'm back on track. So yeah, I'm better than good. How are things in Texas with all that good weather you always tease me about, Laquita? Pour from the saucer. You have to pour from the saucer. That is the only way that things get done. And I think that was, I had to kind of chew on my own advice the last couple of months, and my cup was getting kind of low and I wasn't pouring from the saucer. So I'm glad that stuck with you. Hey, Miss Linda. I have a LinkedIn user that is saying, hi, Dr. J, but unfortunately, I don't know who that is. So, hi, LinkedIn. I don't know who it is. Tell me who you are so I can say hi. I can say hi. Yep. Somebody used to say, and I can't remember who it was. One of the elders used to say, um, there's no need of complaining because anybody who listens, even if you listen, you won't agree or something like that. So yeah, it's no use of complaining. Any day above ground is a good one. Kersha, hello, my love. How are you? Kersha Fortuné, for those of you who are on LinkedIn, is an excellent resource for time management. I also took Kersha's course on time blocking and learned a lot about how sometimes my perfectionist, overachiever tendencies, I can really overthink some things. And Kersha broke down time blocking and how to kind of reclaim your schedule in a way that finally clicked for me. And Kersha, I have been using the information we talked about. So you would be proud of me, because in class I was kind of, I wasn't a bad student, but I was kind of skeptical. But again, it was because I was overthinking it. Okay, Laquita, I'll make sure you get her details this evening. Um, she is phenomenal at just kind of breaking that information down and making it so easy to understand. Not your strong point. Yeah, it's not my ministry either. And one of the things that I learned from Kersha was that um, as much as I thought I was giving myself the time and I thought I was, you know, doing the time blocking appropriately, I wasn't. I wasn't managing my expectations of that time appropriately, because for me, there are tasks that cannot be neatly put into any particular box. And so rather than getting frustrated that those tasks wouldn't go into a box, to just set aside some kind of free flowing time to do those things and schedule as much as I can, instead of it being all or nothing. So really, 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 really good. Um, there it is, KershaFortuné.com. Laquita, that is her website. You can reach out to her there. Um, Kersha, are you offering that webinar again anytime soon? Just out of curiosity. Because it was a phenomenal resource. It really was a phenomenal resource. I think um, more people definitely need it. Even if you think you know about time management, the way she presents it, it gets you to thinking. Do you really know what you think you know? Are you really as good as you think you are? And even if you are, how can you tweak what you're doing? How can you improve in some other kind of way? So she had folks from, you know, the whole spectrum of folks who were, you know, really good at time management, to folks who were just kind of in perpetual crisis mode. And I think I was closer to that point. But she has a way of presenting that is, she'll meet everybody in the class where they are. I will let her know. Oh, good. She might offer it in the future. Good. Oh, but she does do one-on-one services as well. So KershaFortuné.com. Excuse me. This is another thing that I do. If you're not familiar with the format, is I like to share whatever resources I have. I know some really, really amazing people, like really amazing people. And one of the things that I like to do with this platform is to introduce the rest of the world to those really amazing people, because they're amazing. Why wouldn't I want everybody to know how amazing they are? Especially because when we're talking about self-care, it is so multidimensional. It is not one size fits all, and you need a strong team to help you practice that consistent comprehensive self-care. It's not enough to just do it in one area or just on one day. Self-care is something that has to be a lifestyle. And just like you wouldn't go to, you know, your cardiologist if your foot was hurting, you don't want to mess up your plan because you don't have the right team in place. You want to have folks, I know career coaches, I know people who are speaking coaches. I know other therapists like myself, because I don't claim to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm a strong cup of coffee on a good day. Might be a shot of whiskey if you catch me on another day. So I understand that I'm not everybody's person, right? And so I don't care if I'm not your person. I just want you to connect to the people and the resources and the tools that you need to be your best self, right? It's all about making those positive changes. We all have the ability to do it. That's not the question. What is most important is having that team of support that's going to really help you get there, because many hands make light work. So the more folks you have that are, you know, the right folks, we're not talking about just anybody, The more people that you have that are competent and have a certain set of skills that you need, the easier it will be for you to awaken your change. See what I just did there? So, how often, what does it say? How often do I go live? I was going live every week. I'm not doing that anymore. Tonight was my first time back for a while, but I will be doing this twice a month. So I'll be sending out notifications on all social media platforms, and I will also be posting it in our monthly newsletter. So if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can do that. Again, www.awakeningchange.org. Sign up for the newsletter. And I'll tell you when I'm going live and what the topics will be. Today was just kind of me shaking the dust off, reconnecting with you guys, and letting you know what's been going on in the last couple of months that I haven't been here. And I plan in 2 weeks to come back and we'll have an actual topic, which I've got about 4 of them in mind. So I got to narrow that down just a bit because I don't like to go over 20 to 30 minutes. I like to keep it kind of short and sweet so that you get your nuggets that you need and you keep it moving. And I want it to be relevant. And I also want to leave enough space for folks to ask their questions and feel like they're really getting some value out of our time together. All right. So with that said, we are at the 22-minute mark. So y'all know I'm a church baby, so I'm about to give the benediction. Let's see. I don't think I have any more comments. If you happen to join late or you are catching this on the replay, just put in the comments wherever you are, #replay. Jump in with any questions or any comments or even any ideas for topics you'd like to hear me discuss. And I will be sure to respond to you as if you were here. You still matter. Just because you couldn't join us at this time doesn't mean that your voice is not one that needs to be heard and your question isn't important. So I really do appreciate all of you who are here, even the ones kind of sitting quietly and not saying anything. It's okay. I appreciate you being here and joining. Like I said, we're going to change the format up a little bit. So it's going to be every other Tuesday night at 8, and the goal is 8 to 8:30. And we'll talk about a range of topics. Sometimes I'll have guests on because, like I said, I know some really cool people who know some really cool things, and I think that you'll need to hear from them. And then sometimes it'll just be me giving you a few tidbits about whatever our topic of the day is. You can reach me again at the website, www.awakeningchange.org, or wherever you are joining me from. You can inbox me on those platforms with any questions, any comments, or any concerns. And I would strongly encourage you to, Artisha, thank you. I have to call you because I want to know where you are with your process, man. You know what process I'm talking about. But thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, set your notifications every other week. Tuesday 8 to 8:30. I'm gonna try to be here. If I'm not, you'll get a notification of why I'm not and what's going on. But I appreciate each and every one of you for joining. Go back, check out some of the previous episodes if this is your first time joining me. Get a feel for kind of how the show flows and all that good stuff. And if you want to be a guest, I'm gonna throw that out there too. If you want to be a guest and you have something that you think, the Change Fam really wants to hear or needs to hear, I want you to inbox me that as well and let me know, and let's collaborate. Let's get something started because we need to get this information out so that people have the tools that they need to create the lives that they deserve. All right. Check one more time. We did that one already. Okay. So that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much Stay safe, be well, wash your hands, keep your distance. We are in the home stretch, but we are not quite done yet. And know that if nobody else told you today how awesome you are, that I think that you are so awesome. You are so valued, and we need what you have to offer. So I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Stay safe, be well. Talk to you soon.